Sandee Cornett was reported missing on November the 18th. It was discovered that she was missing then by her boyfriend, a next-door neighbor, because there was no indication about us, no blood or anything like that. There was just things that were left in such a way that was inconsistent with her past performances. The bank card was used at multiple times. It maxed out. It was pretty obvious then that she was missing. The card got seized on Thanksgiving Day. So that ended that lead. Everybody had a high regard of her. She was described as being very personable with most everybody. Just, had her whole life in front of her. Larry Gene Bell. He was somebody, not that we were looking at. He was somebody connected to the family, but it never rose as a suspect. Nobody ever introduced him as somebody that could possibly be responsible for Sandee's disappearance. He was involved in 2 deaths, a 17-year-old girl who was kidnapped and murdered, and 2 weeks to the date, a second girl was kidnapped, a 9-year-old. Both bodies, he called in the location, very unique description because it was right to the foot. Section authorities had the first interview with him. As a result, they made the arrest. We also, because of those 2 crimes and stuff, we pretty quickly believed him to be a psychopath. During one of the pretrial hearings, he told a couple of the deputies who was escorting him, told him that he would like to talk to the homicide detectives in Charlotte, and said Sandee Cornett. He had been posed by a profiler that people commit these kind of crimes, and sometimes that's the bad personality, that is the bad Larry Gene Bell that does this, and hoped that he would bite onto that. He described things in the crime scene, a jewelry box that was open, and a necklace in the top of the box, the TV being on, a remote control being placed on the bed on one particular corner of the bed, a half a glass of water on the nightstand. That's what we found. But during that interview, he slipped a lot and said, I done this, rather than he done this. But we were successful in getting all of that information. Only the offender would know. He told the law enforcement officers that he didn't do it, but the bad Larry Gene Bell might have. That's as far as he went. This person was a message from God, and he was hovering over him 6 foot tall, was exactly like him in every manner. He wanted to confess, but without accountability. Wasn't sure he was going to get the death penalty or not, but he did end up getting the death penalty. And that was actually carried out. We wanted to close his case, so we presented to the district attorney. The district attorney agreed with exceptionally closing it because of the death of the offender. He was executed, but he also agreed that it was a prosecutable case had he still been alive. We don't think there's accomplices. We do think that there are some people that might know a location as a result of interacting with him, going hunting with him perhaps, or fishing locations where it was remote. One of the huge things that the family want is us to find the victim, and they want a proper burial.